Hey Patreon, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. Now as you can see, I just got done with that YouTube video. We're putting her back. Last little look at her. Man, she's gorgeous. Here's the thing I want to talk about with you guys. I touched on it briefly, and Kurt touched on it a little more in the YouTube video, but I want to really kind of go in depth with y'all for a minute on it. And that is, when you hit that first goal, because I know a lot of people here have been breeding for a while, and a lot of people are just starting out that journey, or maybe they're just breeding curious. And if you're just breeding curious, I'll tell you, breeding's a lot of fun. And yes, that is supposed to be a double entendre, whatever you say. But when you hit that first goal, it's kind of breathtaking. It's that first milestone. And there's always this great goal, like, the zebra bee and now the killer zebra bee. But along the way, there's other goals. That killer bee was one. My GHI Mojave was one. Making our first bells was one. Making our first pieds was one. There's several out there. I also want to make some straight up exanthics, because believe it or not, I've only ever hatched one in my entire life that was just a straight exanthic. It kind of seems crazy at this point, but it's true. So there's all these little things that you have that'll be goals, as you work to your major ones, those big, huge milestones. When we hit that, it was a really big thing. It was one of those first ones, and it was I think it was our second clutch that we produced that year, and it was just like a high-fiving moment, And on top of that, then when you've had that and you've done that, and you have that first female that you hatched here, and then you're breeding her, and then she's producing, and you're starting to see that your own offspring are now making their own offspring. Because I think that's key in this business, is if you're always just buying, and what you're buying is to breed, but when you get those first holdbacks that you're then breeding, it kind of brings that project full circle, especially in your females, because they take a lot longer. And it just, I don't know, there's something really special about that that's hard to put into words, because it's just like this, one of those aha moments. And I didn't expect it to be that way. I mean, we always think, oh, it'll be kind of cool when one of our own snakes breeds that we made, but it was way more than kind of cool. It was one of those, I guess, confirming moments. What I mean by confirming moments is, as you go through your steps in this process, there's probably going to be days where you think, I can't do this. I thought I could, and it's just more work than I have, or it's just not going right, and it just fucking sucks. And for those of you that know the story of my first clutch, and for those of you that are new and don't know it, ask me, I'll gladly tell it. And I'm sure we'll cover it in another video again, because it's something I have to do every now and then as it gets old back there and people don't know about it, because I think it's integral to our story. And I thought I was done. And I was in a funk for a while over that, and just, it was hard. So you're going to have those moments, and you're going to have those days. And I still feel like that from time to time. When I lose a baby, I still feel like that. Not as long. It's a momentary kick in the balls, but I still feel it. And I hope I never stop feeling it, to be honest, because if I do, then I always say I'm probably in the wrong business. But those successes are what push you forward. So you're going to have both those highs and those lows. And those highs and those lows are what make this worth doing, because if it was all highs all the time, then it really wouldn't be a high. It'd be just the norm. If it was all lows, well, then that would just suck. When you get those peaks and those valleys, that's what makes those peaks so wonderful. And there's a lot of, I guess it's more like a heartbeat. There's a lot of mundane time, a valley, and then a big peak, and then maybe a valley, and then a big peak. And as you kind of go through that, it's what keeps you motivated. And you couldn't have one without the other. But that rush of hitting that confirming moment where you go, fuck yeah, I can do this. Like, this is something I can do. I can see this as a hobby that can be self-sustained. I can see this as a business that I can retire on. All those dreams I had, I can fucking do it. And it's not just well, maybe. That's the norm. The norm is, I think I can do this. Maybe I can do this. This is looking like it might work. And of course, the valleys are fucking my life. But those peaks, when you just know, like when you know that the world's in your hand and you can do this, and you've got this, and you're on your way, and the successes, it almost feels imminent. Nothing beats that. And when we hatched her, she made me feel that way. And when I hatched her first set of eggs last year, she made me feel that way. If you don't believe it, you can go back and watch the cutting video, because I did the cutting video live, right? And it was pretty amazing. And actually, I take that back. We've bred her twice. So you have to go back 2 years. Because this year, we bred her to the pastel spot nose, and that clutch, guys, which is why we've been held up on releasing that. That one I wasn't too excited about. I was getting a year behind myself because of the pastel spot nose, and it just didn't go well with the spider, and I should have known better, but I missed that in my research. I'm fallible too. And we had more slugs. We had a couple eggs pass. We've now lost 2 babies from that clutch. I think everything else is stable, which is why you didn't see an update come out for 14 yet, because I was trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen with it. We are going to do an update, and I am going to disclose all the gruesome, bitter details like I always do. I'll probably get some hate for it. Don't care. I think transparency is so important that we are going to fully disclose it. It's what we do. It's what we've always said we're going to do, and you do that with the good and the bad. If that's who you are, you can't say you're going to do that then shy away from the bad. So we're not. We're going to share all of that. But that's why you haven't seen an update video in a while, as we were waiting. So the year before that, though, when we bred her, was just, it was amazing for me. So I love that snake. I can't remember what we put to her the first year. Can you, Kurt?
No.
I know we made more bees, and I'm pretty sure I kept one of her offspring. I kept, where did you go? This one here was from her, I think. Whoa, you're looking for food. Okay, I'm not going to pull you out. See, this is why I told Kurt we can't feed or film on feed days, because you can see the reaction. She's just looking for food. So I'm not going to get bit. Close her back up. And I did before the camera came on. I about took one in the balls today. So, like, as we were trying to start to film, one of them about got me in the sausage. So, like, yeah, you got to be careful filming on feed days. But I know we kept that back from her, and I know we kept another one back. I'd have to look at exactly what it was, because it didn't even really matter what it was. Actually, that wasn't from her. What one did I keep from her? Hell, I don't remember now. It doesn't even matter. What matters is, and I can't remember.
What we kept from her has to still be over there.
Does it?
It's not big enough.
Well, yeah, I'd have to figure out what it was. But I know we kept something from her, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was some of the het stuff. I know we made some het stuff with her 1 year, I believe. So, but it's just, it was just the feeling of doing it, like where she's producing. So it wasn't even what the babies were, which is why I don't remember what exactly we made, because it really wasn't important. It was a feeling of that accomplishment of, we bred her, she was born here in our house, then she had eggs here in our house, and made viable babies, and has done it again, and she is just, I mean, she's an awesome snake. She really, really is. So, unless this was her first, you have to go back. I know she produced at the age of 2, which we thought was pretty awesome, because most of them take 3. So yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, Curtin, you want to add to Patreon now that I'm kind of just rambling about feelings and touchy-feely stuff. What time is it?
Yeah.
Is that really important?
Mm-hmm.
It is 12:30 a.m.
What do we got to do still?
Feed. One thing, I think what Kurt's trying to point out is one of the reasons you get so proud when you hit this stuff is because of the amount of grind you go through. Our Fridays now usually take on average till about 2:30 in the morning, and we both have day jobs. So there's a lot of grind to get to that point, which is why when you have those aha moments of, I can do this, they're so damn special, because the grind sometimes can beat on you. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it won't. It'll just beat on you. But the successes are so worth it. When you see those gold snakes, when you see your own offspring start to produce, nothing's better than that. All right, guys, that's all I got. So comment below. Tell me what one of your goals is. If you're still waiting to hit that first goal, let us know what you're looking for. And also, if you haven't hit that first, or we just said that, if you have hit that, again, it's 12:30 in the morning. If you have hit that first goal, tell us what it was, and tell us if you felt like I did. If that feeling puts you like on top of the world when you hit that first goal, and you had that moment of, fuck yeah, I can do this. That's what I'm looking for. As our new coach would say here at Kansas State, win the dang day. That's the new thing around here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week.